let's integrate 1 over square root of 2x minus x squared dx. So based on this integral, what kind of integration techniques should we use? Now if we look at this, is it possible for us to use this formula? Integral du over a squared minus u squared and the square at the bottom, and that is equal to arc sine of u over a plus c. Now take a look at this integral here. The first term here is 2x. The second term is x squared. And here, the a here is a constant. And u will have a variable x. So that means you cannot just directly apply this formula, because 2x is not constant, it's still a variable. So what can we do? If we want to use this formula here, so we have to first see if we can factor whatever that's inside the square root at the bottom first, or complete the square. In this case, we have to complete the square. So let's start. So let's do this. 2x minus x squared equal to 0. So we used to have x squared term in the front and the x term at the back, so we have to rearrange this. So negative x squared plus 2x equal to 0. To complete the square, we want the leading coefficient in front of the x squared to be 1. So we have to divide both sides by negative 1. So we have to take negative x squared divided by negative 1 plus 2x divided by negative 1 equal to 0 divided by negative 1. Then you have x squared minus 2x equal to 0. 0 divided by negative 1 is 0. Okay. Now, what we have to do now is x squared minus 2x. Now we have to add the number on the left side and add another number on the right side, but these two numbers are the same number. So what would that be? Let me switch color a bit. It's always the middle term here, divide by 2 and then square. So I will have to take negative 2 divided by 2 and then square. That is negative 1 squared, that is 1. So I have to add 1 here. So I add 1 to both sides. So I can rewrite this as x squared minus 2x plus 1 equals to 1. Now, on the left side, there's a perfect square here already. So what would this be? So I can write this as x, like plus or minus something, square equals to 1. What would that be? It's always the middle term divided by 2. So it's negative 2 divided by 2, and that gives me negative 1. So this is minus 1. So I have completed the square. The next thing is just move a term to one side so that you can actually rewrite 2x minus x squared. Now think about this. Should you subtract 1 on both sides, or should you subtract x minus 1 square on both sides? If you record this one here, the x squared is a negative. That means you need to subtract x minus 1 squared on both sides. So let's do this. X minus 1 square minus x minus 1 square equals to 1 minus x minus 1 square. The left side is 0. now equals to 1 minus x minus 1 squared. So this is how we can rewrite 2x minus x squared. So let's rewrite this integral here. So that is the same as integral 1 over 1 minus x minus 1 square, this is the square root of that, dx. Now can you apply this formula now? So let me rewrite this here. Integral du over a square minus u square, now this square root, equals to arc sine of u over a plus c. So now look at the integral. Will this fit in now? Now we can let a equals to 1, this one here. It's a constant now, it's just 1, there's no x there. No, sorry, a square equal to 1 from this formula here. Then a is equal to 1. Now we can let u square equals to x minus 1 square. It has an x there. Then u is equal to x minus 1. Now we have a and u, we just need du. How do we find du? Let's look at what u is here. Take the derivative of u with respect to x. We will have du. So let's do this. Du over dx is equal to 1. Derivative of x is 1, derivative of negative 1 is 0. Then multiply both sides by dx, you have du equals to dx. Okay. So what that means is that, let's come back here. I can rewrite this integral as integral dx, 1 multiplied by dx is dx. Dx over 1 minus x minus 1 square. Now the square root of that. So we have this, which will totally fit in this form here. So what does it mean? The integral dx over 1 minus x minus 1 square, now this is square root, is equal to arc sine of u, and we say u is equal to x minus 1 and a is 1, so u over a, basically x minus 1 over 1 plus c, and that is okay, x minus 1 over 1 is x minus 1, so this is arc sine of x minus 1 plus c. So we're done. This is the integral for one over square root of 2x minus x squared. So just remember, this one here is exactly the same as this. So what we did is just multiply 1 by dx here. We have dx on the top, and the bottom we just complete the square. We have 1 minus x minus 1 square, and then the square root we didn't change, still here. So this is the same as this. Hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.